Okay, you guys can still see the screen, right? All right.
Yep.
So welcome everyone. We're going to give you a what do you call it? A what is coaching overview. Okay, and I've asked some of the coaches from my team to attend this call, and they're going to share their coaching stories with you, and we're all going to share little bits of information to give you the whole story about coaching and to see if it's right for you. You know, this won't take long, maybe 30 minutes, and then we'll open it up for questions. So, you know, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them at the end. And, you know, we are more than happy to talk to you guys as long as you want to talk. So let's just go ahead and get started here. I'll start off. And I'm Greg Armfield. I've been a coach for, let's see, almost 6 years now. And I live in Leesburg, Virginia. I have a wife and 2 daughters that are now almost grown. I'm now a full-time Beachbody coach, but I didn't start out that way. I started out probably like most of you, just you know, working a full-time job. I started with a Beachbody program, and eventually I started doing Shakeology, and I looked into coaching. And mainly because I wanted to get that discount on Shakeology. You know, it's kind of surprising. That's how most coaches get started. They want the discount, right? Because it'll save you 25% off of everything that you buy from Beachbody, which is a $32 savings on Shakeology alone. Then if you're buying like the Performance Stack or other programs or whatever, it's going to save you a lot more money. So that was, you know, one of the main drivers of why I signed up to be a coach. The other thing was I had seen results. I had started with P90X. I ended up losing like 40 pounds. You know, I had high blood pressure when I started, and the doctor put me on blood pressure medication, and my cholesterol was high, and my glucose or my sugar levels were high. So, you know, the doctor said, Greg, you need to lose weight. You need to start working out. So that's when I decided to take that step and get serious, you know, and I started a program, ended up, you know, starting Shakeology. And like I said, losing 40 pounds, went back to the doctor, got off all medication. The doctor was shocked at my results. You know, he said, so, you know, how many days are you working out? And I'm like, 6 or 7. He was like blown away. So he's like, Greg, just keep doing what you're doing because you had amazing results. So that's when I knew I had to become a coach to keep myself accountable, you know. So it has been a life-changing experience for me. I never thought that I would be able to earn money at this. I never thought this opportunity would allow me to go on exotic trips for free with my family. I never thought this opportunity would pay for my daughter's college educations, which it is. You know, I never thought that I would be able to retire from my 6-figure corporate job because of this opportunity. I thought this was a hobby that, you know, if I could get my own supplements paid for, that it would be worth it to me. But it has become so much more than that. So why should you become a coach? Well, like I said, you know, obviously the discount. I mean, this is the #1 way to save money at Beachbody, right? You can get a club membership that'll save you 10%, but becoming a coach will save you 25%. So it's definitely the best deal. Also, like I mentioned, keep yourself accountable, because even if you could get just one person who signs up with you, like as you are their coach, just think that's going to make you 10 times more accountable to your own fitness. You're never going to quit. You're not going to give up. You're not going to eat that cookie because you know that you have somebody counting on you. It allows you to be part of a community. So, you know, our team, the Team Beachbody as well, we're all one big community. We all help each other out. We get on calls together. We have team trainings together. We take trips together, like I mentioned. It is an amazing, we have an amazing family of, friends that, we love to hang out together. So, if you came and became part of our team, well, you would be able to join our community. Obviously, we get to help others by paying it forward. That's always a great thing. A lot of us are in fields already, maybe where we get to help people, like we're teachers, doctors, nurses. That's the type of person that is drawn to this opportunity because you already love helping people. And then the best reason is, for me anyway, the best reason is to earn extra money, and you could potentially make those dreams come true. So it's an awesome opportunity. Here is just a slide that shows my income over 5 years. And you can see that in July of 2011, just that 1 month, my very first July, I started in March, and in July I made $630. Okay. So think about, what would $630, an additional $630 mean to you and your family? What could you do with that? I mean, that's pretty amazing, right? I mean, that would pay for your car payment or your kids, lessons or whatever they're doing. But for me, it grew, quadrupled in the next year. So the following year, I made $3,000 in July alone. And then the next year I made $12,000 in July alone. And then it grew to $18,000, $25,000. So, $25,000 in 1 month, that's more than a lot of people make in an entire year, right? And Beachbody has continued to grow for me every single year. So it's been an amazing opportunity. And like I said, I never got into it for the money. I never believed that I could make money at this because I wasn't a salesman. I was not somebody who was in it for the money, obviously. I just wanted to help people, and it turned out that it was something that I was good at, okay? So that little note at the bottom there says that Beachbody does not guarantee any income level. So I can't promise you if you signed up that you would have as good a results as me, or you could have better results than me. But, Beachbody, you get paid according to what you put into it. It's based on your skill level, how hard you're going to work, your talent. So anyway, I will continue here. There's 3 types of coaches, and from the Beachbody perspective, there's no difference in a coach, right? A coach is a coach is a coach. But from our perspective, from my perspective, I like to put coaches into 3 different buckets, but doesn't mean that you need to stay in one of those buckets. But that may be where you are right now or when you sign up. So you may want to sign up just for the discount. We call those a discount coach, right? So as a discount coach, there's absolutely nothing required of you except that you pay your coach fee, okay? To become a coach, to be a coach, there's a $15.95 a month coach fee, which is nothing. That's like your Netflix membership, your Costco membership, okay? So if you pay that membership fee, you can be as coach as little as you want or as much as you want, and you get that 25% discount. The next category of coach is what I call a hobby coach. And that is a person that may have a full-time job. That's kind of how I started out in this business. I quickly moved from a discount coach to a hobby coach, where I started helping people because I wanted that extra accountability. I started running challenge groups, but a hobby coach, you don't have to run a challenge group. You could just refer an occasional person to Beachbody, right? So, if you were sharing Beachbody with your friends and family and they wanted to sign up and to do a program or to get Shakeology, well, you're going to get a 25% commission off of that, okay? So basically, just so you know, you could refer 3 people to Beachbody to start drinking Shakeology, for example, and your Shakeology would be paid for. All right. So you would earn enough commission to have your products paid for just by referring 3 people. And then the last category of coaches is now what I am and what the coaches on this call are. We are business builders. We are actively trying to help people, help as many people as possible. We're running challenge groups together every month. We're running like things like clean eating to help people with their diet and you know, running challenge groups to help people with their fitness. And we are building a life of financial freedom, right? So we are making our dreams come true. So, you know, if you want to become a business builder, if you want to work with us, we are more than happy to have you on our team, and we're going to help you as much as possible. And we're going to train you and mentor you to do that. Okay, so everyone's concerned, or, you know, your spouse will say, that's just a pyramid scheme. You don't want to get involved in that. Well, trust me, this is not a pyramid scheme, okay? For one, pyramid schemes are illegal, okay? And two, what this is it's a network marketing, legitimate, you know, opportunity. So basically, what that means is, yes, we're shaped like a pyramid, but so is every company in America. You've got your CEO at the top, and then your middle management, and then your employees at the bottom, right? Well, this is actually, you know, it's a lot better, because the people at the bottom in a corporation make typically the least amount of money, right? But in our network, the people at the bottom can make a lot more money than the people at the top. It really it doesn't matter when you come into this organization. It just matters what you do when you're in this organization. Now, the good thing about us being in, you know, a shape of a pyramid or a tree is you can earn bonuses off of the people below you. So that's one great thing about network marketing is when you bring people in. So I wouldn't get any money off of anybody signing up under me. I get absolutely nothing. I only get a bonus if you are making money. If if I'm helping you to get, financial independence, or helping you anyway financially, then as a coach above you would earn a bonus off of what you do. So that is a really cool thing about this type of business is you could sign up, you could be a discount coach, for example, or a hobby coach, and you sign up a couple rock star coaches under you, and you're going to be making huge bonuses off of your team. And that's the great thing about this. But it's definitely not illegal. It's nothing, that you would have to worry about. It is an amazing opportunity. So I will turn it over to Shanna, another coach on our team who is muted.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's Shanna, by the way. Everybody pronounces it wrong. I had my last name, maiden name was Shear. So all through school, I never had a teacher pronounce any part of my name right. So not a big deal. I'm used to it. But I'm a mom of 8, and I've been homeschooling for 15 years. And I used not having any time for many, many years as an excuse to not take care of myself, health-wise. And of course, I was really busy, 8 kids. So then I ended up getting cancer. And I went through a year of treatments. And when I, beat it, I come home and my husband had a blood clot. And he was in the hospital for a month and a half. And it really scared me. I'm like, I don't know what are going to happen to our kids if we don't get healthy. So I knew that I needed to do something. But for years, I had just yo-yoed and tried something and quit because it was just too hard to do alone. So I was researching on the internet, trying to find my new thing I was going to try when I found the 21 Day Fix. And this time I got a coach, and the coach introduced me to a challenge group. And I was reluctant to try Shakeology. I was not a shake drinker, and I like food. And obviously, I was also in a huge amount of debt. I personally owed over $1 million for cancer treatment, and then my husband had racked up in the hundreds of thousands for his surgeries. So I didn't want to, but I needed to change. I knew that I needed this, and when I did, I found out what I was missing was this group of people that inspired me, that supported me, and I used it. I went in there every day because, I was like, I can't do this, and I would look at them doing it and them having the same struggles I had. So I wanted to continue. And I found out, well, you can get this for a discount. And, you might even be able to inspire others and make a little money to help, your family. So I said, okay, I'm going to try this. And I just took off from there. Um, I've always been very self-conscious too. I was not in my family pictures. If you noted, now I am, but before I was always the one taking the pictures, and I would never be in them because I didn't like how I looked. So I was really a Facebook ghost. I had less than 200 friends on Facebook. I only shared things, so I didn't think I would have, or find people either to inspire. But I said, I'm gonna give this all that I have. And in the meantime, I had all this group of people, this our team, that showed me how to do things and gave me more confidence and shared what I should be reading, to help me. So, if you're listening to this call and you think, oh, I don't have enough friends, or I don't know how to work Facebook, or I can't put myself out there like that. Trust me, I've been there. This call right here is something new for me. So, if I can do it, anybody can do it. So, of course, like I said, I was in a ton of debt, and we were living paycheck to paycheck. We had cars that literally would not leave the town because we were afraid they'd break down. So my first few months, I put in a lot of training and sharing with friends and family. The next year, I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy myself a car, and we're going to go on 2 family vacations. And that's what happened. We went to Nashville, and I took all of my kids. You see that they're in the picture here. And we had a lot of fun. And then again, we went to this horror convention, and if you've ever been to those fan things, they're really expensive. So we went to one of those too. But also, if you can see the picture with me with Autumn, I was not at my goal weight either. So you also don't have to be, fit and already where you're supposed to be to inspire others. I obviously was not, and I'm still in my journey now, but a lot of people understand, I can relate to them and their struggles. So I'm still quite busy with my teenagers, and I have 9 grandkids now, and we have 8 fur babies. But I know that this part-time work that I'm putting in is going to get a huge amount for my family and our financial freedom. Let's see, I think I need to go to the next page. Okay. What is a coach? A coach doesn't have to be a fitness or nutrition expert. I wasn't. I have put in a lot of learning, though, about fitness and nutrition for myself, my family, and the clients that I work with. You don't have to be at your fitness and nutrition goals. I'm still not at my goal that I want to reach, but I'm still in the game, which is huge for me because I always quit a few weeks into it. You don't have to be a salesperson. I'm not. I'm sharing what works for me, what has worked for others in our group. What a coach should be is you should be sharing how people can change their lives and achieve their goals. You need to move this out of the way. Committed to being proof of the product's work. You do need to be working out. You do need to be sharing that the programs work, that Shakeology works. Like I said, I was a huge skeptic. I honestly, when I got my first thing of Shakeology, I thought I'd be returning it for my money back in 30 days, just to be honest. But in 1 week, I had all this extra energy and, giving me more willpower. And by the end of the 30 days, I was like, no way, not going to stop this. So, but you need to be sharing and, showing that this stuff works. And improving and developing yourself. This is definitely something I had not been doing. Reading and learning more for myself. But it is something that we all help each other do. We even get into groups that are reading the same books and help each other, work through it. So. Benefits of being a coach. You get to set your own work hours. Now, setting your own work hours is great, but it also could be the same thing as it was for me with getting fit and healthy. Well, if I'm doing it whenever I want, well, I don't have enough time for that. But with this team, they will be there for you to help you work through things, tons of different training to go through. But the ability to be able to work whenever you want to work is amazing. You can work part-time or full-time. I personally right now work full-time. You can build online through Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. You can work, in person. If you go, you go to church, if you have a job, you can share your story with people wherever, online or in person. And share your passion and attract people to you. And that is what I've been doing. Like I said, I had less than 200 friends on Facebook. I now have over 1,000. I don't personally try to connect with new people every week that's on my Facebook, and I haven't connected to all of them yet. So definitely somewhere you can attract people. What we do as coaches, we help and encourage people to get fit and healthy. We work out and we eat healthy. And we're not perfect. We share our struggles with the people that we're helping, which helps them get through those struggles. We refer friends and family to Beachbody products. We run challenge groups together, and then we invite people to join us, just like in inviting people to listen to our stories here. We run groups as teams, so we don't have to do it alone.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ariel. I grew up in California, but I now live in Amityville, New York. I am a personal trainer, diet nutrition advisor. I teach Beachbody live classes, and I own my own private studio. But I just want to reiterate, that's certainly not required. It was something that I felt super passionate about, so I got into all of this after. But you don't have to have any of that to be successful. My husband is an officer with the NYPD. About 2 years ago, I left a very stable corporate job to pursue this job with Beachbody and my training to do it full time because I just totally fell in love with it. I moved to New York about 5 years ago to pursue musical theater. I went to college for it. And the reason I sort of made that crazy leap was I loved the feeling of inspiration that I got when I saw other people performing. And I knew that my life, I was put here to inspire other people. So I went through all of that. Long story short, I really lost my passion for it. I became really unhappy. I struggled with depression. It was very much a physically based industry. So I developed an eating disorder and I just was really unhappy. And so one day I saw a commercial for a program called Insanity Max 30. And I had done the original Insanity several years before. And it was like, you know what, let me give this a try. Let's see how it goes. So I started it, and then I was approached with the idea of the coaching opportunity. And I immediately knew that it was for me. It was the perfect way for me to live my life in a way that I knew would make me happy and help other people. So now I get to do this full time, and it's amazing. And I get to spend my life inspiring other people to be happy and to live their happiest and healthiest lives. And my goal in the next 5 years is to do Beachbody full time. So to leave the training and the nutrition advisory and things like that, and retire my husband so that we can move back to California and out of the very cold New York. So how much time is required? One of the greatest things I think about this business is that is totally up to you. You can spend an entire day on it if you want. Most people spend about an hour. We call it our power hour. So you spend 60 minutes where you just focus on what you need to accomplish for your business that day. So it's incredibly flexible to your goals, what you have on your agenda that day, where you are in terms of reaching your goals. It's awesome. It's perfect. There was somebody I heard a call with recently who has kept her full-time job. She's a mother, so she works much more than 40 hours a week, and she runs her business in line at the grocery store. So if you have, if you go to Starbucks and you have to wait in line for a few minutes, that's a perfect time to pull out your phone and work your business. Or you can sit home and spend, 6 hours if you want to. It's totally customizable to you and to your goals. It's awesome. It's great. Do I have to sell? This is one I get asked a lot. No, more than anything, you want to share. So what you're hearing from me and a couple of the other coaches on this call is we're simply telling you our story, how we came into this business, the success that we've had, how these things have changed our life. And then that really piques people's interest. Nobody wants to be sold to. You just want to hear a real person speak about their lives and their experience, and then you share with people how you think maybe it can help them too. And like Greg said earlier, there's no requirements, there's no minimums that you have to hit, so there's no pressure. You don't have to do any sort of cold calls or run up to people or hand out flyers or anything crazy like that. This is a company that's built on relationships. So as long as you have a nice solid relationship with anyone, a lot of times people will see your success. And I think most people in this world want to be a better version of themselves. So they see that you're doing exactly that. And then you simply tell them how you did it. So there's no nasty selling. There's no crazy salesman stuff. You just simply share. So where do you find people? Everywhere. I recently was in the checkout line at Target, and I have my little Beachbody sweater that I wear, and somebody said, I tried the 21-day fix once, but I didn't like it. And she and I connected, and it turns out she didn't have the accountability that she needed. So now she and I are connected, and this was just she was actually working. So she was a worker at Target that I connected with. You can do it. One of the reasons I teach the live classes is so that I can meet some fresh new faces. That's been successful for me. But again, it's really up to you. Where do you feel comfortable? So you can run free groups on Facebook. That's a really great way to meet people that you wouldn't otherwise meet. So right now, I'm in the middle of a sugar detox group, and there are a handful of girls in there that there's no way I would have met them otherwise. You can also find Facebook groups full of people that share similar interests to you. So I have a lot of new friends because they are also police wives, and that's how I've been introduced to them, through a police group. I just recently took up crocheting, so now I have all sorts of crochet friends. So again, it goes back to building a relationship. You simply find people and you make friends with them, and if the conversation turns that way, then great. But it's what works best for you. Where do you feel comfortable? Personally, I feel most comfortable on Facebook, so that's where I spend all of my time. There are people who have their hands in everything else, like Instagram and Pinterest, YouTube, anything like that. But it's what do you like? What feels good for you? What feels natural for you? And then you can meet people, like I said, in a store. I heard a story about someone who was going through an airport. She had a P90X hat on, and she connected with one of the TSA guys over her hat. If you have kids, you can meet other moms through daycare. It's, I'm like, repeating myself 1,000 times, but it's what works best for you. It's totally customizable to you.
Ariel, can you talk about the live certifications, how you can meet people through that as well?
Yes, that was actually really surprising to me. The first one I did in Manhattan. I got certified to teach country heat, and I assumed, who else in this world even knows what country heat is, because it's very brand new. And it turns out that most of the people that were there taking this certification had no idea about Beachbody and coaching. And I connected with a handful of people there who didn't realize that they could also make an income through this, through the coaching opportunity, in addition to teaching their classes. And then, of course, when you teach the classes, you have people who just want to come and do a fitness class, and that's great. And then you say, hey, I only see you for 30 minutes or an hour once a week. Did you know that you can do this program at home too? So I have somebody who's working her way through country heat right now, and she's about to start PIO because she loves the PIO classes as well.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm John Tantillo. I've been a coach for just over 4 years. I started with Insanity as a customer 5 years ago. And like most people, my health was kind of deteriorating in my late 40s. I said I had to do something. So I had great results with Insanity, and my coach asked me if I wanted to become a coach. So I decided to take the plunge and be a coach. I do this with my wife, Susan. We're a husband-wife team. That's her in the picture in the lower right-hand corner. We both had very long careers as engineers and managers. We're 53 now. And once we turned 50, we decided to make this our second career. So we both left the working world, and now we do this. We could do it full time. We don't spend 8 hours a day doing it. We just don't need to. But it's really the primary focus of what we do now. And my goal is to replace the income that we had when we had our regular jobs. And I make a little bit more each year. We're not there yet, but we're on a trajectory to eventually get there. Okay, next. So the rewards you get when you become a coach are numerous. Besides earning commissions and getting paid for signing up customers and helping customers, as Greg mentioned earlier, if you grow a team of coaches, you'll get paid some nice bonuses for helping them help people. So, you help others, and you get paid for that. There are also trips every year. There are several different kinds of recognition trips throughout the year, depending on your rank, your success level. There's a recognition trip every April, and Susan and I have been fortunate enough to have gone on the last two. One was a cruise where Beachbody chartered an entire Royal Caribbean cruise ship. And this spring, we're going to the Dominican Republic for about 5 days. And one of the good things about the trips is that depending on your productivity during the year, you can earn enough money and enough credits to pay for that trip. And we've been lucky the last 2 years, we've paid for that entirely, except for our airfare, which we can deal with. So the trips are really good. There's recognition. You'll get recognized by the company if you achieve certain ranks and levels. You get recognized at your team level. Here at the Engage team, Greg and the team leaders, we're always recognizing coaches who reach certain levels. And the last reward is kind of intangible, and I think Shanna mentioned it earlier, the learning and personal development reward. I tell people that coaching makes you a better person, and I honestly believe that. I've read so many books, and I do some things now that I never would have done before I became a coach, and I know I'm a better person for it. So that's one of those intangible rewards that we don't talk enough about. Okay, so here's some nitty gritty. How do we actually earn money? Let me go through the three different ways that we make money, three different components to our paychecks. First, there's the basic commission, and Greg talked about the 25% you earn on signing customers up and customer purchases. Really, that 25% is kind of an average because sometimes you'll make more than 25, sometimes you'll make less than 25. For example, the new all-access on-demand package that is very popular, we actually make 40% when customers sign up under us with that. If a customer buys a challenge pack with Shakeology, we make about 35%, so we actually get more than 25% up front. If they become a club member, we'll get a 15% commission on subsequent Shakeology orders. So sometimes it's a little less, sometimes it's more, but on average, it's about a 25% commission on retail sales. We also get team bonuses. So if you are a coach who now sponsors some of your customers to become coaches under you, that's a team. So you're a team leader, you're a coach of coaches, and you'll get a bonus based on the productivity of your coaches. So your coaches are making commissions, and that'll work up to some small fraction. It works out to be about 4 to 6% of what they earn, you get a bonus on as well. That's if you become a coach of coaches. That's when you are a leader. Finally, on the right side of the slide, you see matching and quarterly bonuses. If you now become a leader of leaders, so coaches who have subsequent coaches, you get another fractional bonus based on your coaches' bonuses. And if you have at least 2 or more leaders under you, you get a quarterly bonus. And Greg, on the next slide, for coaches who are leaders of leaders, this is the kind of quarterly bonus that you can earn if you have leaders under you. The double star, 5-star, 10-star refers to how many leaders you may have under you. Those are coaches who are leaders and leading teams. If you have 5 of these leaders under you, you would have made $2,422 just in the third quarter last year as a bonus. If you had 10 leaders, the bonus was $14,059. If you were what's called a superstar leader, that's 15 under you, that quarterly bonus would have been $40,000 just for the quarter. And those bonuses are cumulative. If you were a 15-star diamond, you would have gotten the 800 and the 2,000 and the 14 and the 40. So really, you would have made $57,000 just in a bonus. Again, the disclaimer is, we don't guarantee that you'll ever reach these levels and that you'll earn this kind of money, because as Greg mentioned earlier, the income all depends on your own efforts. I'm working on getting to that double star diamond bonus pool, and I have a trajectory to get there. Okay. My last slide. So if you join the team, what can you expect? We're not going to leave you all by yourself. We don't just throw you out there and say, hey, here's some training, go learn it, go figure it out. So we run new coach training at our team level. There is corporate training that you have access to, but the peer-to-peer training we run ourselves, and you'll get that from us. We have team calls. There are team training calls. There are team calls at Greg Armfield's level. You'll probably have team calls at your smaller team level. There are team building events, either locally, if you have a coach who's local with you, or if you join the regional or the annual meeting, which this year is in New Orleans. We'll do team building events when we all get together there. There are leadership training classes, leadership training opportunities. Once you become a leader, a coach of coaches. We have a private Facebook group page where we talk behind the scenes about what's going on as being a coach. And finally, once you join the team, we love to do recognition and hold each other accountable. So once you have some success, either little successes, big successes, we like to recognize that. So the big message is you're not going to be left alone. We're there to support you because, you know, we all succeed together in this business. So.
All right. Thanks, John. So just to wrap things up for you guys, your options are you can remain a Beachbody customer and pay full price for everything that you buy from Beachbody, and have no extra income potential, or you can become a coach. You can save that 25% and you have the potential to earn money and you get to join our amazing team of coaches. So seems like an easy decision to me. So ways to sign up. Obviously, the best way is with a challenge pack. So if you ever purchased a challenge pack in the past, you could sign up to be a coach for free. Normally, there is a $39.95 coach sign-up fee. So if you just sign up to be a coach, you'd have to pay that fee. Even if you purchased a challenge pack in the past, you'd have to pay that fee, but there's a form that you could fill out and you'll get that $39.95 refunded within 2 to 3 business days. If you haven't purchased a challenge pack in the past, now is the perfect time to do it. Like John talked about, there's the all access Beachbody on Demand challenge pack, which is super popular now. That's the one I would highly recommend. You get every single Beachbody program that has ever been produced, including the bonus DVDs, the deluxe, not DVDs, but programs. It's all online. It's like Netflix for fitness. It comes with Shakeology. It also comes with the portion fixed containers. And one other thing is you get every new program that's going to come out. So this gives you a 1-year subscription to the Beachbody on Demand, and any programs that come out during the year, you automatically get. And that challenge pack is $199, and that would include your coach sign-up fee. So it gives you everything that you need to become a coach. As I mentioned before, you have to pay your $15.95 coach fee every month. Think of that as like your Costco membership that gives you access to everything that Beachbody offers, including a coach online office, which has reporting capabilities, email, they give you websites, you know, you could check on your customers and send out e-cards. I mean, everything that you need to potentially run a multi-million-dollar business, they give to you. Including amazing training, that personal development, things like that. Okay, finally, if you are active military or spouse of an active military or a veteran yourself, you can become a coach for free. There is no sign-up fee and there is no monthly fee. That's how much Beachbody values our military. So within the next 24 hours, we'd just like you guys to think about it, talk to the person that invited you to the call. We would be happy to talk to you one-on-one if you prefer. You know, we want to answer any of your questions, concerns, and we would love to have you sign up to our team and, you know, either as a discount coach or become a working coach and join us and help us build this team, help us help as many people as possible and change this world. So with that, is there any questions? I will stop sharing, and that way we can see everybody again. If you want to take yourself off mute, just go ahead and ask a question. Something we didn't cover that you have a question about? Anyone? No? All right. Well, we thank you guys for joining us, and you know, I'll definitely touch base with Sandra and Nathaniel, and hopefully get you guys on our team. All right.
Thanks everybody for coming. Appreciate it.
Bye.